Well, Stags 1, Wigan 1. What are your thoughts after the 90 minutes?
It's a point, but it feels like a defeat. I think walking off there, I think you could probably see from the reactions from most of the lads that felt like a bit of a defeat for us. We said at half time we've got to weather that storm because they're going to have to step it up at some point. And it was that first 15 minutes, and over a 90-minute game it only takes one moment, and they had 15 minutes of it. I thought we were very patient, very potent going forward, but we just couldn't convert enough. In the first half, I thought we kept the ball well. We didn't force it. We played when we had to. We kept when we had to. And then, like I said, that 15 minutes coming out the second half, we dropped behind the ball. They got a foothold in the game. Ultimately got their goal, and it was back to the similar story in the first half. We were pressing and pushing, trying to make things happen in that second half towards that last half an hour or so. But just couldn't get it in. So you walk off that pitch feeling like it's a defeat, but it's a draw. It's undefeated at home 5, I think now. So it's not all doom and gloom.
Were you fully expecting to go on and get the points after you got that first goal? Not as easy as how I put it like that, of course, but you were in the box seat, weren't you? Albeit with only a 1-goal advantage.
Yeah, it's normally you think in a game like that today 1 goal would be enough, but like I said, they were always going to come out second half and up it. They had to really. And I think they just stepped on a little bit. They, got a few more men up high the pitch, and it made us drop back into almost like a 6 at times. Which like I said, you have to weather that storm, but get through that 15 minutes without conceding. And I think we probably go on and either get another on the counter, or we see that through 1-0.
They looked like a tough team to play against because in that first half, as you mentioned earlier, you had to be really patient. You had a lot of possession, good possession. You were just trying to break the lines, weren't you?
Yeah, that's what I mean. We were purposeful, but without forcing it. And I thought, there was a couple of sloppy passes trying to make things happen, but you've got to try those things. We just need that little bit more quality with a final pass or an end product across the board, really, myself included, and didn't quite get that. Luckily enough, I've caught that one sweetly and we've gone in 1-0. That's where we reset, but I just felt like we didn't come out well enough in that second half of that first 15 minutes.
Really good goal to take the advantage, wasn't it, on 32 minutes? Nice move, and as you say, from yourself with the final finish, low and hard, fine strike.
Yeah, we're told to stop the ball, hit it low and hard. And when it was in the air for a long time, and I thought I really want it this first time, but no, it was. I had a little bit of time, just cushioned it, and it was just about getting my knee over the ball, head over the ball. I was always going to go across the goalkeeper there, and thankfully it went in.
I think that's your first goal in 10. You've deserved a goal before now, haven't you? But you finally got it.
Is that right? Yeah, there you go. I don't mind sharing the goals between us as a front four unit, a couple of the back line and midfielders chipping in here and there, but it's important to try and put a run together of goals for me personally. I know that's my role in the team, as well as working hard and everything else. I've got to chip in with goals and assists, and that's not a pleasing stat, but I'm glad I've stopped the rot.
Let's speak about the second half then in a bit more detail. Came close on a couple of occasions, but again, just couldn't quite work the keeper enough.
Yeah, I mean, Regan's had a deflective effort. Was it Max here? The keeper's tipped it round the post. A couple of ones have dropped here and there, and it's like time had stopped. And myself and Dej had one where we both stopped, wanting one or the other to do it, and defender comes in and clears it. It was kind of that game. I thought we might have just nicked one. I thought we did enough to nick one, but just like I said, couldn't get that end product in to test the keeper enough, and that's the way it goes.
I sense your frustration, it's clear, but are you pleased with your form right now, you and the boys?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a funny game, isn't it? You don't want to get too highs with the high, too low with the lows, and we had spells last year where we went on 5-6 game wins, and we went on losses of similar length as well. So listen, I said at the start of the year we've got to turn the draws into wins and the losses into draws, and you can't begrudge taking points when you're at home. You want to look for that free. Unfortunately, it didn't come today, but like you said, it's not a loss.
And another big week ahead for you and the rest of the players. Plymouth on Tuesday night, and then you're back at the One Call Stadium again on Saturday for the visit of Harrogate Town in the FA Cup.
Yeah, busy week. Obviously, we wanted to set ourselves up well, going to Luton to get something out of that game, coming away with 3 points. Here, it's not a defeat. We've got to roll it now into Tuesday. Got to come out quick. When we go down there, it's going to be a long journey. The old cliche, get into them straight away. But that's what we got to do. I think that's when we're at our best, when we're on the front foot and we're going at teams. But I think we showed a maturity today as well to keep the ball, trusting each other on the ball as well in tight spaces. And that first half was probably as controlled as we've been all season. So there's lots of good elements. It's just now about making sure we go to that next level of sustaining pressure and not dropping off.
Well done on your goal. Thanks, Will.
Thank you very much.